So guys, it is my Saturday off today and it is about 4 o'clock and I have done nothing, like literally nothing. So I thought, why not do a get ready with me video? So I'm going to be doing my go-to autumnal makeup look. It's more just my go-to makeup that I've been doing recently on my days off. If you want to see what I do for my go-to makeup, then just keep on watching. Right, so my go-to makeup at the moment is like a brown gold cut crease sort of thing. That is what I've done quite a lot. I don't even think I stick to one palette to do this look. I use a mixture on the day depending on what I want to go for. I use a mixture of the palettes that I have. I think I kind of go by, oh, I've not used this palette in a long time, so I'm going to use that one. But I'm going to try and stick to the ones that I think I've been using mainly. So, does anybody else get anxiety over the makeup they've not used but they've had stored for ages? Is it just me? I think it might just be me. So, I've decided what palette I'm going to start with. It is the Makeup Revolution Soph Extra Spice palette. This is in collab with sophdoesnails, in case you didn't know. So obviously, as you can see, I've already got my base on. That is all set with my eyebrows and such, so I'm just going straight in with my eyes. So I dip into cookie dough and then cheesecake. I'm going to kind of put this into my crease. It looks freaking ridiculous at first, but you just gotta blend it, it'll be fine. I find it hard to work with the wet base on the eyelid, but it's also what works better to have more pigmentation with your look, so just work with it, you know? Right, and then once I've whacked some on, I go in with my Morphe MB25 blender brush and then just try and blend that out as best I can. See, it's actually blending out way better than I thought it would, so it's still working out so far. I think I used to find it so annoying to put eyeshadow onto a tacky base, like when you've put concealer or foundation on and you've not set it. It's like annoying because it grips and it's like the brush just won't move smoothly, but it is actually working out for me now that I'm giving it a chance. Right, so we're moving on to another palette now. I am moving on to the Masquerade palette by Juvias Place, I think it's called, and I'm going to be going for the orangey shade called Cairo? C-A-I-R-O. I'm going to be using like this crease brush to go in with that. I'm going to be putting this sort of just above where we just did the colour in our crease. I feel like that colour isn't nearly as orange as it looked the other day, which is so weird. And then you want to blend that out. Just gonna try and work with it, which is all I can do right now. It's like in YouTube videos, you know, like the proper pros of eyeshadow, they just say, you just gotta work on your blending, just take your time with your blending. So I'm gonna do that right now and just hope that works for me. But to be honest, I feel like I always worry that my eyeshadow's too blown out, but once I've got eyeliner and lashes on, it actually works out okay, because if I try and keep it more subtle, it doesn't show once I've got the lashes on. So I kind of have to make it bigger than I think. And when it comes to the edges as well, I kind of blend it outwards like a cat eye sort of thing, but not too much. It's just so it's not like blended weird at the edge. My neighbours would start making banging noises now. I feel like my combination of colours is kind of random, but I'm now going to go into Running Late and Sweet and Sour from the Soph palette again. I feel like this looks nuts, but I know it'll be fine in the end. Just gotta work with it. My neighbours have now started like banging and hammering and stuff, so I'm sorry if it gets in the way of my talking, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to deepen this up a little bit, so I'm going to be using the Masquerade palette again and go in with the shade Burkina. This one right here. Literally just put it in the crease just to give it a little bit more depth and stuff like that. And then obviously you want to just keep on blending. Oh my god, that banging is making me mad. Trying to go in between the banging, I'm going to go in with a darker brown now with the shade called Zulu from the Masquerade palette too. So I never really know where to go after doing like the whole crease bit, so what I'm going to do now is just go in with a brown colour and then fill in the rest of my eyelid. My god, can they stop banging? What I might do is go back in with Cheesecake from the Soph Extra Spice palette, get some of that and then just fill in the parts of the eyelid. I've still got a lot to learn when it comes to makeup, but it is all about the practice, I guess. I am defo just winging this, like I do every time I do makeup. But I feel like that's how people come up with new stuff and the way, and like they find out what works for them. I think I want to deepen it up just a little extra bit more on the outer corners, so I'm going to go in with the shade Brownies from the Soph palette. Take a little bit on the brush and then darken it up around here. I think I'm literally going to go in with Cheesecake and then add a little bit of like Running Late and Sweet and Sour to hopefully match it up with the top bit of my eye. What I hate is when like the line of eyeshadow under your eye looks too neat, if that makes any sense. Right, I'm just going to work with this now. I'm getting fed up. Moving on to cutting the crease. I am going to be making use of what concealer I have, which is the Instant Anti-Age Eraser. I think it's by Maybelline, I'm not too sure. And a little flat brush. So I am going to, of course, take some concealer on here. And we are going to begin to cut the crease. Right, just take your time with this and this will be fine. Just go slow. I literally never get this right, but you just have to like, I don't know, just do it. Do it to like almost halfway, I think. That's what I do. I feel like if it's like actually halfway, it looks a little bit too much. And then for this bit, I kind of like to try and make it a little bit messy because I find it hard to blend out the line otherwise after once it's set. That don't look too bad. I mean, there's a couple of little splodges, but for doing it with a handheld mirror, I think I did pretty good. Right, so it's not the neatest thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and then set it. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go in with the Masquerade palette and use the shade, this like golden highlighty shade here. And I'm probably just going to take it on the same brush that I used to cut the crease and then just pat it on. And I will most likely go in with my finger in a minute. Yep, I'm just going to go in with my finger to get that pigment out. I just get it sort of roughly all over, and then with the edges I'll use that with a brush as well just to get it neat. Get the edges nice and neat, I'm gonna dip in with the brush again, but get like a nice amount on the tip and just like line around the edges of the cut crease. So 100% the edges of this cut crease really aren't neat at all. I think I'm gonna use this brush again, like it is come in handy, so I'm gonna grab a dark brown shade. I think I'm just gonna go back in with Cheesecake from the Soph palette, like right on the edge again. And then what I like to do is just lightly do like almost like a darker line over the edge of the cut crease. I feel like this gives you a chance to shape it a bit more as well if it's a little bit uneven, which I know it is for me. I've been filming for nearly an hour somehow, and all I've done is literally my eye look. But I feel like I've really taken my time with this video, like it's not felt too stressed, which I know I feel in my other ones sometimes, and then I'm not even happy with how the video turns out. So I've just grabbed like a little smudgy brush, and I'm gonna go probably with Cheesecake again because I've used Cheesecake 1,000 times in this eye look, and put it like on the edge, on the outer edge here to blend out the gold so it doesn't look as mad as it does on me. I think I'm going to go ahead and pop on some liquid liner. I'm going to do some wings, going in with my standard Soap & Glory cat eyeliner, I think it's called. Super cat liner? Something like that. I'm sure most of you have heard of it, but BRB. So now I've done my winged eyeliner, I'm going to do a little bit of kohl liner in my lower waterline. Just using the Tarte Sex Kitten one, and just do like a little thinnish layer, just like enough to show up a bit. I don't like it to be too heavy. And because my lashes are very light and blonde, I'm going to do a little layer of mascara. This is the Volume Shake Rimmel mascara. It is absolutely shite, but it is the only one I have, so just going to go in with this. Now the last step for the eyes, I'm going to apply some lashes. I'm going to go for the Violet Voss lashes in the style Vamptress. I did not get along with these at first, but now they are my favourite. I love them so much. So I'm probably going to apply these off camera because they have got a thick lash band, and that makes it a whole lot harder to apply, so BRB again. I don't know how the lighting is right now, but I have got my lashes on, and I also added inner corner highlight. I used the sophdoesnails Makeup Revolution highlighter palette in like the gold baked one. That's like my favourite for everything. To complete the look, I'm going to do my lips, and I thought today I would use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Androgyny. So guys, this is my go-to autumnal makeup, aka my current go-to makeup. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, it would be very appreciated, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos by me, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!